Hey guys, this is Mark Yoke here and welcome back to my channel. I just got myself my very first Black Shark 4 gaming phone. Yup, I got it from the 99 sales yesterday and it got delivered to me today, very fast. So I finally bought this phone using my own money with few hundred bucks off from the actual retail price. So this is the reason for the delay on my video for this gaming phone. So Black Shark, if you're watching this, do consider a collaboration for your next phone, will you? Wing, wing. So this is a standard box, to be honest. Nothing too fancy. And to the left, you can see that the speakers are powered by high-res audio. So this phone actually has dual speakers. And to the right, and on top, at the back of the box, you can see some information here, whereby the screen actually supports HDR10+, and I actually got the base model with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. And for the color, I chose mirror black because I think that it will look awesome. So as you guys can see, this is actually a seal set. So let me tell you guys a bit by peeling off the plastic. Nice. In the box, you are welcome with these few items. The first one, the inner insert. You have stickers, nice. And the documentation, blah blah blah. And this is quite unusual to me. So this is actually a nice case. Plastic but hard case. I love it. Next, you have this USB-A to Type-C cable, and also the inbox charger. It's a 6 to 7 watt maximum charger. Now, as you can see here at the last part, this phone can actually support 120 watt of hypercharge, but for it to support the 120 watt, you have to buy a separate charger. Okay. And some information is that this phone is actually a 5G gaming phone, and you have a Snapdragon 870 chipset under the hood, and you have a power trigger, shoulder trigger, and a 6.67 AMOLED screen that supports 144 Hz of refresh rate. Let me slowly slide out the phone. Nice. Wow. Wow guys, as you can see here, it's really a nice looking phone. And the back is actually made of plastic, and also, but fortunately it's not fingerprint magnet. So this phone is actually quite heavy and 210 gram, and the thickness also is actually quite thick at 9.9 millimeter, and the frame is actually made of metal. Well guys, look at the animation. And as I mentioned just now, this phone has a Snapdragon 870 chipset, which is the overclocked version of last year Snapdragon 865. And you do have a cooling fan in this phone, but it has a liquid cooling tag built in, which is supposed to help cool down the phone during gaming. And this phone has a triple camera setup, whereby the main shooter is 48 megapixel, and you have a 8 megapixel ultra wide and 5 megapixel macro lens. And for the camera, you can shoot video up to 4K at 60 frames per second. To the left, you have the SIM slot here, and also one of the microphones. So this phone actually has 3 microphones, which is more than usual. And the volume rocker up and down, very clicky feeling, solid. On top, you have another microphone, and also this is actually one of the speakers. So this phone actually has dual symmetrical speakers, which is awesome. Okay, another one here. And you have the primary microphone and the favorite 3.5mm headphone jack, which is still available, and also the USB Type-C port. To the right, you have the power button here, which also act as a fingerprint scanner. And these two are the shoulder triggers, mechanical shoulder triggers, which will pop up once you push it, and both of them are very clicky and very satisfying. Very nice. So this phone actually supports dual SIM, SIM 1 and SIM 2. And unfortunately, it doesn't support micro SD card expansion. Wow guys, the display is amazing. And look at the bezel. It's so minimal. And the screen is actually a 6.67-inch Super AMOLED that supports 144Hz refresh rate and HDR10 Plus. And the resolution is 1080p, Full HD Plus, and the peak brightness can go up to 1300 nits. So it's very impressive. If you go to setting, go to display, and you go to refresh rate. So out of the box, the refresh rate for this phone is set at 144Hz, the highest refresh rate. And you have the option to change to 90Hz or 60Hz if you want to save more battery. In setting, if you go to About Phone, you can see that this phone is actually running on JoyUI 12.5, which is another version of Xiaomi MIUI, which is based on Android 11. And out of the box, you have 18.3 gig already used up from 128 gig. And if you go to all spec, you can see that the maximum clock speed is at 3.2 GHz for this octa-core processor. So guys, before I end this video, let me do my routine speaker test. And as I mentioned just now, this phone has a dual symmetrical speakers here and at the bottom. And also the speakers is actually powered by DTS X Ultra with high-res audio. Well guys, what do you think about the speakers? I think it was amazing. I was actually captivated. What do you think? So there you go guys, my late first impression of the Black Shark 4 gaming phone. So far I'm loving the 144Hz refresh rate, Super AMOLED screen, and the dual stereo speakers performance. But I'll be evaluating this phone, gaming capability, and also the overall performance, since the price has gone down a bit and you guys might be interested in buying. So do let me know if you have any questions. Until then, take care, stay safe, and peace guys.